What's up, everybody? This is Scott from NonStop.com, and it's time for another rock and metal update. And this rock and metal update is all vinyl. However, before I show the vinyl, I do want to say that I am wearing a Striker shirt, and in the background playing now is Striker, Canadian new wave of traditional heavy metal band, sent to me by VC member Blackmore Rules. And Greg, I'm really digging his band, so I appreciate the CD. Appreciate the shirt, and there you have it, Striker. So we're going to start right off with an album I showed in my last video, actually, sent to me by Corey's VC channel, and Runaways. But the reason I'm showing this is because I did pull it out, and this album is just awesome. I mean, here's your awesome center spread, back cover photos, and puts it on the Mercury label. This thing is absolutely beautiful, mint, and Corey, I really appreciate you sending this to me once again, and I just had to show the centerfold. Great picture of the classic all-female hard rock band. So the Runaways, featuring of course Lita Ford and Sherry Curry and Joan Jett. Anyhow, moving on. This is Hollywood, or The Rods. This is Feinstein, Kennedy, Mordano, and Cottle. I never know how to say that last name. Basically, The Rods with a new singer, and the album was released under the name Hollywood. But it's a Rods album, and the sticker even says right here, The Rods. This was on the shrink wrap. I just stuck it inside. I picked up this album for I think $4, brand new. It was one of the few albums I was missing from my Rods collection, so I was glad to find it. Found it on oldies.com, and had some problems ordering them before, but this order came quickly and in good shape, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, Hollywood, just straight up, American heavy metal. They do a cover of Mississippi Queen by Mountain as well in here. Good album. This next couple were a trade with a VC member, EJD715, Eric Dust, and this is Bullet. Just pure heavy metal. I mean, it sounded a lot like Accept to me, and that could be because it's recorded at Peter Dietz studio in Germany, and he produced it, and it was recorded at his studio, and of course, Dietz had a lot to do with Accept sound as well. Great record. I had this one on CD as well, but he had this offer up for trade, and I jumped on the opportunity because it's a great album to have on vinyl as well. And then we got to add to the collection. This also came from EJD715 in a trade. This is Metal Massacre 2. Trying to get all the Metal Massacre albums back into my collection again. Of course, the very first was going to be the hardest one to find. I now have 3 different ones, and I can't remember the other 2 I have off the top of my head. I have to look them up, but I do have Metal Massacre 2 now, so that's awesome. Really happy to have that finally in my collection once again. This album featured Armored Saint. Who else? Warlord, awesome. Who else was on here that was well known? Savage Grace, Obsession, which of course was Mike Becerra's band, Becerra, and a band called Overkill, but this is the California band Overkill, not the New York band that most people know called Overkill. Aloha, which featured Marty Friedman on guitar. So, yeah, Metal Massacre 2. This next one, Battlebeast. This one came from Metal War God. Just contacted me, said, dude, I have an extra copy of Battle Flesh. You gotta send it to you. You gotta check these guys out. And gals. Female vocalist. This is awesome. Just straight up power metal. But the vocals, I'm not really into that whole operatic vocal style. A lot of these bands, like Nightwish had. I'm just not in opera. And I don't want to hear opera in my metal, thank you very much, I just want to hear that heavy sound, the vicious vocals, and that's what they deliver here. Definitely has a lot of melody, a little more modern, it's not 80s sounding, it's definitely modern power metal, but it's very good modern power metal. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put a clip of it right here. So there you have it, Battlebeast. Next up, Slate Alive, one that I've been missing from my collection for a long time. Really love this band. You know, they've been copied and covered by a million different other bands. This is a classic live record from the 70s. Always love the inside cover. And there's actually several versions of this. I think a French version that has this image over here as the front cover as well. But this is the classic gatefold version. Slate Alive. You know, captures that raw energy. That's what I like about a lot of live records, especially live records from the 70s, because you know, something about the studio, they just couldn't capture that energy, that sound that these bands had live. But something about recording them live with just, you know, just a mobile soundtrack studio, that's what was captured here. Just raw live energy from Slate. Next up, this is another hard rock band from Canada. This is Trooper, and I believe this is their third record. Knock 'Em Dead. And I actually found this sealed at a local record store here in Albuquerque, which I was kind of shocked to find any Trooper here. And it was only $4, so or $3, something like that, $3 or $4. So I snagged it right away. A great album from them. You know, just straight up hard rock. I've really been getting a lot into this band. So this is actually my 5th album from Trooper that I've, you know, received in the last few months. Great cover art too. Kind of reminds me of Ted Nugent's "You Can't Lick 'Em" cover. Same girl, maybe? Who knows? Trooper. All right, this is I showed a few months ago a band called Shout in my vinyl updates, and that was their first album. This is their second album, Shout, In Your Face. This was a California, definitely obviously very glammy metal band, but very good metal band. I mean, first of all, their singer's Ken Tamplin. Ken's got one of just the greatest voices and just this huge range. The guy can sing anything. He's also a great guitar player. And I actually like the second album by Shout better than their first album. The songwriting's better. It's a little heavier, better production. And there's a ton of, this is the back cover, there's a ton of guest guitar players that play on the title track, including Marty Friedman, Michelangelo, Danny Cordola, Randy Hansen, Joey Price, among others. I think Alex Massey is on here as well. Yeah, the title track is fantastic, and the guitar solo section, it's extended solo, it's really good. As a matter of fact, I really think I should include a little clip of that right here. So there you go. Shout, In Your Face, the guitar solo section of the title track. Great record, and I picked this one up for like $3 or $4. Mint, brand new. Other than a few fingerprints on the cover, which are easily cleaned off. So, Shout, In Your Face. Another Vital Community trade. This one here with, with Keith Tabler. This is one of my all-time favorite bands, Dark Angel. This is the Shell Shock, Dark Angel, Into the Inferno, and Hell's on Its Knees demos. This is early Dark Angel. This is raw, primitive thrash metal. From when the band was actually called Shell Shock before they were called Dark Angel, and then on their second demo was from '84 when they were called Dark Angel. So side A is the Shell Shock demo. Side B is the Dark Angel demo. Awesome record to have in the collection. Not super rare yet. I'm sure it will be eventually. I see it show up on eBay once in a while. Usually sells for about $20 to $30. But I got it in a trade with Keith. So thanks, Keith. Dark Angel. This next one I've been looking for a long time and found the copy very, very inexpensively on eBay. The one that Joshua album I was missing from my collection, Joshua Intense Defense. Definitely my favorite of the first 3 Joshua albums. Of course, Joshua Pariah was a guitar player, but Rock of Mars Project and Impolitary and I don't know, Rob sang in a bunch of Avantasia. He sang in a bunch of bands, but this is a great album. Definitely melodic metal, lots of shredding guitar, not super heavy, but very good songwriting and awesome vocals. Definitely my favorite from Joshua, so maybe I'll throw a clip of this one in too. There you have it, Joshua Intense Defense. All right, crank it through it. Shark Island. This is their first album. This was, independent, self-titled or self-released album. Melodic. I don't know. I guess people call this hair metal these days. It's just, melodic, hard rock, heavy metal from the '80s, and this was actually given to me to review on my website, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I've heard it once, and it's pretty good. It's actually much better than, I don't know if I say better than their major label debut, but it's much rawer, which I tend to like more. Still melodic, great vocals, and hooky songwriting. Very good stuff from Shark Island. Terrible cover. That's one of the worst covers I've ever seen, but regardless. Ah, yes. Udo, Steelhammer Live. This was an Amazon purchase. Brother Greeno told me to check this one out because it was on there for cheap, and of course stuff like this doesn't last very long, especially if it's inexpensive on Amazon. This is a 3-album set, and it is a gatefold. I got one of the albums in the center so that it doesn't get wrecked. Gatefold, Udo, 3 albums. And each of the vinyls are that's very good English right there. Each of the albums, the LPs, whatever you want to call them, are each a different color vinyl. So you have blue, and then red, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the other one is white, but I have to double check it here. White. So live from Moscow with red, white, and blue vinyl. So great album. And not only is it, it's Udo, and I like anything by Udo. But what's really cool about this album is they mostly stick to Udo songs. It's not all packed, with like, it's not 3 Udo songs and then all the rest are old Accept songs. It's just solid Udo material here. Not really a bad song on it, in my opinion. Definitely worth picking up on vinyl, on CD, or however you can get it. Of course, I'd say that about just about any Udo release, but there you go. Udo. UDO. Steelhammer, live from Moscow. Triple album set. Got Budgie. This is Deliver Us from Evil. The classic record from Budgie. Not super heavy, but very, very good album. Probably one of their more well-known, one of their better ones. Martin Popoff in his Encyclopedia of Heavy Metal gives us a perfect 10 out of 10. So, yeah, I think it's a really good album myself. I didn't grow up with it like he did, so you know maybe his opinion is a little tainted by nostalgia, but I still think it's a great album. I'm really into Budgie and been trying to get their stuff, and it's not easy to get on vinyl. This is only the third album I've actually been able to find from them. And this actually came from a friend, Blackmore Rules, from the vinyl community. Budgie, Deliver Us from Evil. Well, this is also one of the few Budgie records that doesn't feature the Budgie bird on the cover. So, alright, we're getting to the bottom here. Getting there. This album, someone sent me a CD of this band, and I played it the first time, and I was like, that's not bad, it's okay. It's very, you know, the production was really bad. It's 80s band, Highway Child. But the more I listened to it, the more I loved it. And now I just absolutely think this album is awesome. Yeah, the production is pretty raw, pretty primitive, but really that adds to the appeal of it to me. Great vocals, hooky songs. Yeah, Dutch band, I believe. And there's just not a bad song on here. They are headbangers, and they will never let you down. That's what the lyrics say. Storybook Heroes by Highway Child. Like that one so much, I picked up the follow-up EP for The Wild and Lonely. I picked this up on eBay fairly cheap. Once I received that one and I was really into it, I decided I'm going to find some more from them, and I grabbed this one. It was very expensive. I bid the minimum and nobody else bid, so I got it. You know, I can't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't very much. I don't know if I like this quite as much as Storybook Heroes, but you know, they're both good albums. But I think I tend to prefer Storybook Heroes. I just like the vintage sound. There's something about, you know, those early new wave of British heavy metal bands like Venom or Raven. The production was awful, but somehow that bad production added to the sound. That's pretty much what you get here with Highway Child. They may be a Dutch band, but they have that new wave of British heavy metal sound, and the production is, you know, just like that, poor. But it adds to the appeal. So there you go, Highway Child. Okay, 3 more to go. US heavy metal band London, the band that pretty much every other member of LA have been in at one time or another. It's actually a pretty good record. I was kind of surprised. I just always heard that it was kind of bland, and it's not pretty good actually. It's much heavier, much. I don't know. It's not as poppy. I was kind of, for some reason I was expecting, you know, like Poison or Cherry Pie style Warrant. It's not the case at all. It's actually, you know, a pretty rockin' album from this band, and it's just the Priest is the vocalist. And actually, I saw this band live in Phoenix, Arizona one time, and I thought they were pretty good. And yeah, this album is actually much better than I expected it to be. So, good album from London. And then the follow-up album, NonStop Rock, also a decent album. Corny, cheesy cover. You gotta love the 80s covers. They're just so bad. And then the classic 80s look. We definitely had the look, you know. I don't know why they didn't get bigger. I guess they just didn't have the hit singles they needed, or didn't have to push the record label. Who knows? But not a bad record at all. London, NonStop Rock. All right, my last one for this update. This is Manila Road, and I don't know. You know, I like Manila Road. I have several other albums. Watched a video from DC member Metal Theologian where he showed his Manila Road collection, and I can't remember if he played this one, but he talked about this one for sure. And he was saying this had a kind of a 70s sound, so that kind of appealed to me. So I jumped on this one and grabbed this high roller copy, and it actually does a 70s sound, but it's very unique 70s sound. You know, it's not like they sound like, you know, Ted Nugent or Aerosmith or Black Sabbath. They sound just like Manila Road, but with a 70s bend. Great record from them, and this is a gatefold. Obviously a reissue, not the original release. Comes with a huge poster of the cover art. Yeah, see here, is this the cover? I'm sorry, it's not a huge poster. It's a. Well, I guess this cover, you know, had many different transitions. So what they did in this one is they included the different transitions of the cover with liner notes. So Middle of the Road, Invasion on High Roller Records. I think it's a colored vinyl too. Gotta say though, High Roller Records, most of the releases I purchased from them, when they are on colored vinyl, sometimes they seem slightly warped, and this is, you know, was brand new, and it does have a very slight warp to it, which is kind of disappointing for a brand new record that this is probably the most expensive record in this stack that I paid for. I just bought it outright because I really wanted to check it out. It's a great record. A little disappointed it was, slightly warped, but I'm not going to return it just for a slight warp, I have a feeling they're all like that, not just the one. So there you have it. See, I would have swore there was a poster in this thing. Ah, there was a poster, so I was right. There it is. Middle Road Invasion. And then this catalog of stuff from High Roller Records. I'd like to have just about all of these. So many great albums on vinyl. So little money to buy it all. Great stuff though. Middle Roads, that's it. So that's it for this update. That's my, latest purchases or trades. All hard rock and heavy metal stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have anything you want to say about those records, please leave me a little note on the bottom. I haven't actually played everything that's in here. Almost everything I've listened to. Some of it a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and leave a message below and comment on this video. That's it for this edition. God bless. Stay strong.